Hi everybody, time for our conversation around the school closure video series that I created in helping us understand our circumstances. The topic I wanted to speak about today is called self-responsibility. Now it's something your parents have been working on with you since the very beginning when you were paying attention to them when you were a few months old. When you were 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and up to 6, and then I got to join their team of caretakers. Because yes, I'm a teacher, but I'm also a caretaker for you. And one of the things we press for children and students to learn is self-responsibility. Managing yourself. When I talk to parents at nighttime, at night school, and at meetings, and in messages, and in report card comments, I talk about self-management and self-responsibility, that I strive to instill that in my students every day. Because I know how important the kindergarten year is for developing your person and how you build upon that person every year you're alive. And as you move past kindergarten when you're 5, 6, and you're in first grade when you are 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, right up until adulthood, that taking care of yourself, self-responsibility, is a sign of maturity. When you are doing things thoughtfully, completely and independently for yourself. You're taking care of yourself. And right now, that might be shown in ways you do things at home. Maybe you get things that go onto the table to be ready for food service, like you bring out the cups or the napkins or something. You're being responsible for yourself, but you're also helping other people. Other times you're responsible by yourself, like you know that you're going to brush your teeth before you go to bed. So you don't have to be reminded. You might be able to be in a place where the materials are, you get them yourself. You can get out your own toothbrush and toothpaste and get it ready. Maybe you put it on the sink when you remember it, and then it's there when you come back later to need it. You could be the responsible person who lays out your clothes for the next day. Those are all ways that you take care of yourself. Some days they might seem small, and some days they might seem big, because they're both. When you were 2, getting your toothbrush or toothpaste would be big. But now at 5 or 6, it's probably just something you do already or could do. Right now, you getting the car keys to drive, that would be way too big. But when you're 18 and 19 and you're able to drive cars, you would get the keys by yourself and go and get the car started for your mom and dad, or drive and do an errand by the store, or drop off the library books. Being careful for yourself. Similarly, when you are older and you shop for food by yourself, you cook it by yourself, you are being self-responsible. You're taking care of yourself. And very often that includes other people around you that you care about and love. Friends, or people in your family, or people that matter to you. So I'm hoping during this time that you are aware of the fact that you are self-responsible as a 5 or 6-year-old kindergarten student. And you look for ways to practice that. Not just wait for someone, but try it out for yourself. Could you ask permission? Or could you try it and surprise someone by putting out the toothbrush ready for you? Maybe your dad would like to have his prepared for bedtime, or your sister. Or maybe you could go check that the back door is locked before everyone goes to bed, so your mom doesn't have to do it. Little things, but think how helpful that would be if your mom could just take one more thing off her list. You could ask, Could I help by being responsible for, and then ask for it. Taking the fruit out of the refrigerator, or taking the cereal box down and putting it on the counter for someone else to pour. Or that it might be you pouring it, taking out the spoons for cereal, hanging up the clothes, putting the socks away, being responsible for yourself. Especially now in these times when dads and moms are doing so much every day. You know, they kind of know that these days are coming, maybe in the summertime when it's vacation time and they're going to be around with everybody. But that isn't now. Yes, they're in the house, but they're not just on vacation. They're taking care of you and the house and laundry and your brother, and then calling grandma and needing to work on the computer and teach some school things. So the more you could do to be responsible for yourself helps everybody. I hope you'll take some time to think about it and then ask for an appointment. Dad and Mom, could we talk a little bit later about self-responsibility? Mr. Gallagher talked about that today. I know they would appreciate the conversation. And you both could talk about self-responsibility and how you choosing to practice it more helps them as well. Thanks, friends.